Hello students, welcome back to our latest update program. Today we are going to discuss an important workshop which is being conducted by the Archaeological Survey of India. So the Archaeological Survey of India is conducting a 2-day national workshop which is titled Islands at the Crossroads of Maritime Networks within Indian Ocean Region. And this is happening on the 18th and 19th of November in New Delhi. Now this workshop becomes important because this is related to Project Mausam. We will discuss Project Mausam in detail later, but for now, a lot of important people are participating in this workshop. Important delegates, experts from different ministries, like we have the Ministry of External Affairs, then we also have the Ministry of Ports, then we also have representatives from the National Disaster Management Authority, we also have people coming in from the Wildlife Institute of India. In fact, we also have representatives from UNESCO's South Asia Regional Office. And all these experts are coming together to serve a common purpose. And what is that purpose? It is to explore the potential transnational World Heritage Sites or the intangible elements. So here we are going to focus on exploring the transnational because they are going to be shared by more than one country, these sites, and we're talking about the Indian Ocean region. So we're talking about exploring potential transnational World Heritage Sites or even intangible elements. So there could be cultural tangible sites. Then there could be intangible elements like some important maritime customs, traditions could be there. So these experts are going to come together. It's more like a brainstorming session where these initial rounds of discussions are going to happen and some potential sites or potential traditions, customs are going to be identified. And once all the stakeholders are identified, by stakeholders I mean the different countries that we need to collaborate with, because here we are talking about transnational sites and elements. So once all these countries are identified, then final collaboration is going to happen with them. Further discussion is going to happen. Right now, this is a national workshop. Already people from India are going to participate. And once the potential sites are identified, then we can have these discussions with these stakeholders that are involved. And then in the long term, they can be sent to UNESCO. They can be nominated to the UNESCO. Now this is what's happening majorly at the workshop, and some two very important publications also are going to be released. So these two publications are the Jaladhi Pura Yatra. Jaladhi is for ocean, and here we are talking about the Indian Ocean. Then we have Pura for our towns or settlements, and Yatra we know is for journey. So this is going to be a unique publication that is going to focus on the journey of the entire region through oceanic settlements. How have the settlements been in the Indian Ocean region? Please understand that this region has been active since ancient times. We have had ancient maritime routes in the entire Indian Ocean region. So there have been trade routes, there have been maritime routes. So this basically is going to focus on the important oceanic settlements, and the journey through those oceanic settlements are going to be discussed in this publication, in Jaladhi Pura Yatra. And then we have a second document which is more like a thematic study. So here we are going to identify some themes, important themes like the historical and cultural ties in the Indian Ocean region, or the archaeological evidences in the Indian Ocean region, or the ecological ties between countries in the Indian Ocean region. So more like a thematic study this is going to be done, and this document will be titled Islands at the Crossroads of Maritime Networks within Indian Ocean region. So these are the two important publications that will be released in this workshop. Now, because we're talking about Project Mausam also becomes important for our exam. So let's quickly revise Project Mausam. Now, Mausam is derived from an Arabic word which is Mausam, and Mausam means season. So Project Mausam is derived from Mausam, and in the Indian Ocean region we are mainly talking about monsoon, the monsoon season, which is characterized by the reversal of wind. And based on this, there are two types of monsoon that we have. First is the southwest monsoon, and the duration for southwest monsoon is June to September. And then there is a reversal of these winds and the direction of monsoon winds change, and then we have the northeast monsoon. And here the duration is somewhere between October-November to Feb-March. So the mainland India, it receives most of its rainfall from the southwest monsoon, and northeast monsoon is primarily responsible for providing rainfall in the southeastern part of the country. So here we are talking about states like Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. So we have the southwest monsoon and then we have the northeast monsoon. And Project Mausam was announced in 2014 at the 38th session of UNESCO World Heritage Committee, and this session was happening in Doha, Qatar. So this was announced in 2014, and the goal here was to focus where? In the Indian Ocean region, and try and re-establish these maritime linkages, these cultural ties, these historical ties with all the countries that are involved in the Indian Ocean region. Re-establish all those linkages with the countries in the Indian Ocean region. That was the primary goal of Project Mausam. In fact, along with this, it was also again to look at the transnational heritage sites, world heritage sites and intangible elements which can be discussed with other countries and finally be sent to UNESCO for recognition. So these have been the primary goals of Project Mausam, majorly to re-establish all these linkages that we have had, the historical linkages that we have had with all the countries in the Indian Ocean region. So that was all for this video. Right now a national workshop has been organized, and then once these potential sites are identified or the elements are identified, we are going to have further discussions with other stakeholders that are involved, and in the long term submit it to UNESCO. So that was all for this discussion. Now let us look at a practice question for prelims. Project Mausam, recently seen in news, primarily aims to A. Develop a digital maritime surveillance grid across the Indian Ocean. B. Strengthen historical and cultural linkages among Indian Ocean countries using monsoon-guided maritime routes. C. Set up India's first ocean-based renewable energy corridor. Or D. Create a new Indo-Pacific trade bloc focusing on littoral economies. Choose the correct statement. Please attempt this question and provide your answers in the comment section. Thank you for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.